Now, I don't care who you are, when Arnold Schwarzenegger decides he's had enough, you're going to feel the weight of it. And that's exactly what just happened with Sunny Hostin from The View, who thought she could just casually trash an entire generation of action heroes and walk away untouched. But Arnold? Oh no, he wasn't having any of it. Stick around till the end of this video because the behind-the-scenes fallout is way bigger than anyone's talking about. Alright, so here's how this mess started. Sunny Hostin, in her usual smug, self-righteous tone, decided she was going to go off on a tangent about toxic masculinity in 80s and 90s movies, because apparently she just ran out of original things to complain about. And yes, she named names. She went after the very icons who carried entire franchises on their backs: Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis, and most notably Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, here's where it gets ridiculous. According to Sunny, these guys, who literally built modern action cinema, represent everything that's wrong with male-driven storytelling. She even made some bizarre claim about how they glorified violence and alpha behavior, as if that wasn't the whole point of the genre they created. But Arnold? He wasn't going to just let that slide, and thank God he didn't, because someone needed to say it. This isn't some kid trying to stay relevant with TikTok drama. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger, former governor, global superstar, and a man who earned every ounce of his legacy. And Sunny Hostin, whose entire brand seems to revolve around complaining from a cushy morning talk show seat, picked the wrong guy to throw shade at. Arnold's reaction was pure, calculated, and devastating. No yelling, no over-the-top rants, just a cold, surgical takedown that reminded everyone who he is and why he's still a respected name, while The View is rapidly becoming a parody of itself. And here's what makes this even better. Arnold didn't just defend himself, he defended the entire genre. He made it very clear that people like Sunny, who constantly move the goalposts to attack old-school entertainers, are doing more damage to storytelling than the action heroes ever did. Because while Arnold was out there motivating millions to hit the gym, pursue greatness, and chase impossible dreams, Sunny's over here nitpicking how many bullets were fired in Commando. Give me a break. What she fails to understand, and what most of her audience probably misses, is that these films weren't about glorifying violence. They were about resilience, determination, and good guys defeating bad guys. Simple, effective, inspiring. You take that away and replace it with whatever sanitized, preachy content she wants, and you lose the very soul of what makes movies fun. Arnold also dropped a subtle bombshell, and this is where things get really interesting. According to people close to the situation, there were talks behind the scenes for a potential guest appearance by Arnold on The View to promote a new docuseries. Not anymore. That appearance pulled. Quietly, cleanly, and sources say it was Arnold who made the call. That's power, because here's the truth. People are getting tired of this. They're tired of watching every form of entertainment get dissected under some flimsy moral microscope by people who barely understand the content they're criticizing. Sunny Hostin doesn't want to talk about what these movies meant to people or how they inspired generations. She wants to score clout by being outraged. But now, that fake outrage finally caught up with her, and Arnold made sure of it. The internet's been having a field day with this. Social media is flooded with clips of Arnold's older interviews, fans defending the classics, and even a few former View producers leaking internal reactions. Apparently, even inside the show, some of the staff thought Sunny went too far. But of course, nobody's going to check her publicly, because The View has built its brand around letting its hosts spiral without accountability. Here's the kicker though. Sunny has yet to respond directly. No apology, no clarification, just silence. Which is honestly the smartest thing she's done in this entire situation, because there's no version of this where she wins a public back and forth with Arnold. He's got fans in every corner of the world, and unlike her, those fans actually show up.